Hey fourthies! Thank you for joining us for our language lesson. Please be sure you're on page 94, and I'll make it nice and big for you to see. 94. We are going to continue our lesson on pronouns. Pronouns take the place of nouns, and there's a song for it. I, you, she, he, it, we, they. Me, you, him, her, it, us, them. My, mine, your, yours, his, her, hers. It's, our, their, and theirs. Alrighty. These pronouns, page 94, these pronouns in this really nice yellow box, they are known as subjective pronouns. The reason why they're known as subjective pronouns is because they are usually the subject. They are at the beginning of a sentence. They are doing the action. So these pronouns are doing the action, okay? So you can say something like, I like Oreos. You like Oreos. He likes Oreos. She likes Oreos. It does not like Oreos. We do not like Oreos. They like Oreos. So do you notice how I put that in the beginning of the sentence? Now I'm never gonna say, give the phone to he. No, that doesn't make sense. You would say give the phone to him. I cannot say give the phone to he. Number one, because it doesn't sound right. Number two, because he is supposed to go at the beginning of a sentence doing the action. Okay? So if I say something like, Mason passed the ball to she, that doesn't make sense. All right? Mason's doing the action. Okay? And the pronoun at the end is supposed to be at the beginning, but and supposed to be used at the beginning. So when I say Mason passed the ball to she, I really mean pass the ball to her. But we're going to learn about those kind of pronouns later. The point is, these pronouns have to be doing the action. They are at the beginning of a sentence doing the action. So look at number one. Mark the sentence. Okay, so meaning find the verb, okay, and find the subject. Circle the pronouns and draw a star above the pronouns that are subjective. So if you see any of these pronouns, draw a star on top. So number one says, I found a book about the natural beauty of Liberia, Africa. I found the book about the natural beauty of Liberia, Africa. What's going on? What's happening? What are you doing? You found, okay? So I'm going to underline found twice. Who found it? I, okay? I see a pronoun, I'm going to circle it, I. And since it is a subjective pronoun, it's at the beginning of a sentence, I'm going to put a star on top, okay? Number two, at the library, the librarian helped Dad and me spot the book. Okay, so what's happening? What is the action? Well, the librarian helped me spot, okay? So who helped me? Oh, no, actually, no. Spot, helped. The librarian helped. Who helped? Librarian. Okay. Now, I see one pronoun, it's me, but is it here in this list of subjective pronouns? No. So I'm going to just leave it alone, no star for you. Number three, she showed us an interesting book about Liberia's history too. All right, what's happening? What did they do? What did she do? She showed. Who showed? She. Oh. I'm going to circle she because it's a... Oh, I'm going to circle us as well. Those two are pronouns. But which of these are the subjective pronouns here in this box? It is she. Okay. Now we will try 4 and 5 at our Zoom meeting. Think B. Oh, fun. All right. Mark the sentence. So again, we are looking for the verb and the subject. And write N in the blank if the subject is a noun, or PRO if it's a pronoun. Oh, I see. Okay. So first, let's find the verb. All right. Number one. Like most Liberians, James lives in the city. What's he doing? What's happening? He lives. Who lives? James. Now, is James a noun or a pronoun? Remember, a pronoun are these words. I, you, she, he, it, we, they. Me, you, him, her, it, us, them. My, mine, your, yours, his, her, hers. It's, our, their, and theirs. Did you hear James in that list of pronouns? No, you didn't. So James is not a pronoun. He is a noun. So I'm going to put N in the blank. Number 2. He lives in the capital, Monrovia. What's happening in the sentence? Oh, he lives. Okay. Who lives? He. Now, is he a noun or a pronoun? I, you, she, he. Oh, it's a pronoun. So I'm going to put P-R-O in the blank. Okay. We're going to do 3 through 5 together at our Zoom meeting. Think C. Ooh, write a subjective pronoun in the blank to complete each sentence. Here, you can write your own pronoun, okay? But you can't write a noun. You cannot say James and, or number 1, you cannot say Joshua and Timothy live in Bensville, Liberia. You cannot put a name. You've got to put a pronoun. And guess what? It has to be one of these pronouns. It has to be one of these pronouns. So for number 1, Joshua and blank, you are most likely going to put him. Joshua and him live in Bensonville, Liberia. Now, I can't use him because it's not a subjective pronoun. Him does not should not be at the beginning of a sentence. So I'm going to say Joshua and he. Number 2, blank and Caleb are twin brothers. Okay, again, I've got to choose one of these pronouns, but it has to make sense. Brothers, they're boys, so I've got to use he again. He and Caleb are twin brothers. Okay. We're going to do 3, 4, and 5 again at our Zoom meeting. I want to be able to tell you in person and explain to you in person the importance of knowing what subjective pronouns are. Alrighty, write D. Write an interrogative sentence with a subjective pronoun. Oh, okay, so you've got to write a sentence that ends with a question mark, so you're asking a question, and you've got to use one of these pronouns, a subjective pronoun. So I'll make an example up. Is she going to school? There you go. That's a sentence. Is she going to school? Now, you're thinking, Miss Vera, she is at the beginning of the sentence. No, it's not. But she is doing the action, which is going to school. All right? All right. So the goal here is just to understand that these words are subjective pronouns, usually found at the beginning of the sentence, and or they are doing the action. They always do the action. Okay? And I'll clarify more of this at our Zoom meeting. Thank you very much, 4th graders, for trying your best here. Make sure you watch the math video when you do the math work, and I'll see you soon.